Hey you, internet. Yeah. So I created this video the other day about my online freelancing story, and I think it was somewhat of not a complete story. So this is part 2 of sorts of that story. So in this in this video that I made, that this is where you can find part 1. So click on that if you want to get context on what I will be talking about in this video. It's nearly Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is, let me just check my calendar. Valentine's Day is this coming Tuesday, the 14th. But this video is not a love story. I'm sorry. I don't have that right now. This video is not a love story. This is more of a lesson, a love lesson of how I started, why I started, and why I'm still doing it. So in my earlier video, I told you guys that I started working online part-time because I needed to do something else to keep my mind off my breaking marriage, because my marriage was falling apart and I needed to do something to not go into self-pity and to still be able to be functional and still work and still be the person or the mother that my children wanted me to be. So I had to have myself occupied, not cry and pity myself because of the choices I've made. And the story about that is I married too young. I wasn't really prepared to the whole world of marriage. I was too young, and when you're too young and you rush things and you make rash decisions that you shouldn't really be making, and you tend to go back to it and regret a lot of things in your life. So that's basically what happened. We were both unprepared, and we thought we were in love. We thought we were crazy about each other, but then there came a time that we had or realized that we're not good together. So it was that moment when I realized that it was breaking apart, and no matter how hard you try to make things work, some things would never really work, and that something is my marriage. And here in the Philippines, since we don't have divorce, and annulment is quite an expensive thing, so I'm not yet annulled, for the record, and in the near future I'm not sure if I would be able to afford that yet. But yeah, so at the moment I'm still kind of married of sorts, but we haven't been living together for quite a while now. And the story is that when that happened to me, I always thought that this person would, be the reason why I do things, that he would be the inspiration, that he would be one of the reasons why I will be good at something, and that he will be my number one cheerleader, and that I wouldn't be able to do anything without this person. And so when I found this type of job, doing online work together with my full-time job, and in my earlier video I told you guys that I had to do a full-time job and a part-time a full-time job and a part-time job, and then I did work online full-time. But when I started working online, I was full of doubts. I was scared to shit because my marriage has broken apart and my kids depend on me, and I had to make this career work because there's nobody else that would be responsible for me or my children but me. So I had to be successful, and has to work because I don't have anything else but me. So that's why I worked hard for it. That's why I wanted to be good at this, because I wanted to prove something for myself. I wanted to show myself that I can do this alone, that regardless of whatever happened in the past, regardless of me feeling helpless, this is one thing that I can do for me, and this is one thing that I can do for my children, and this is one thing that I can provide them with. And so when everything was already going into place, like I was already getting clients, I was already learning a lot of things, that's the time that I was brave enough to get my own passport. And that was the first time that I left the country, really left the country, and saw the world. I mean not really the world, but like go outside the country and be able to do that. Because when I was married, I thought that I wouldn't be able to do that on my own, and I was able to do that, and it was scary, but I was able to do it. So that in itself was already an accomplishment. And I was also a good friend of mine, who's already a known coach as well, Genesis Reynico, got in touch with me through Facebook, and that's where the coaching thing started as well. And windows open, opportunities open, because I was ready. I was ready, though scared shitless. I was ready for more. I was hungry to be successful in this. I wanted to show people that I can do this, that I can stand on my own, that I am strong enough to do this for myself and for my 2 kids that I love so much. So this is not a this is not a love story, I guess, but this is a love story of sorts, because this story is of loving yourself, of being able to accept that some things won't work, no matter how hard you want it to work. But there are some things that do, and those things that do work, you make sure that you really put, or you really invest on that. Like this career, this job that I do right now, where I teach people as well how to do it, and I give quality work to my clients, because they're the reason why I'm still doing what I'm doing. You make it work, because you just have to. So when you start your career, doing this job, you need to know the reason why you're doing it. You need to remind yourself why you do this, the reason. Go back to it over and over, regardless of because when you're starting out, you would be exhausted. There would be times that you would question yourself, that you would doubt yourself, that you would ask yourself the question, why the hell am I doing this to myself? But then go back to that why, and you would realize and remember the reason. And whenever I would see my kids sleeping in the bed while I'm working, that gives me the reminder of why I'm doing this, or of why sometimes I don't sleep. I rarely sleep, or sometimes there's lots of things to do that I can't go out anymore. You go back to that, and you remember why, and you realize it's good, regardless of the sacrifice that you're doing. It's good. So that is my I know it's a little bit serious, and it's a little bit more about me than online work, what this channel is about. But it's Valentine's Day anyway, and I would like to greet you guys a very, very happy Valentine's Day. If you are with someone special, spend that with that someone, either you're a boy or a girl. Give that person a gift of some sort. And if you are not with anyone right now, that's okay, because Valentine's Day is just one day anyway. But maybe it's also time that you love yourself too, and you just, go out and date yourself, like spend time with yourself. Go to a massage, go to a spa, treat yourself out for dinner or lunch, and just, love yourself more. Stop blaming yourself to things that you have regretted doing, or stop blaming yourself that you're fat or you're ugly or whatever it is. Build your confidence a little bit, and start accepting who you are, and just love yourself more. So that's my video for Valentine's Day, and also a little bit of story about me. And I really hope that you get a little bit of lesson from that hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Subscribe to my channel. Bye bye. Hi! Thank you very much for watching this video. If you would like to know more about me, know more about online jobs, watch tips and tricks on how to get your first online jobs client, what to do with interviews, how to start your online jobs career, please subscribe to my channel. If you would like to get in touch with me, you can put your comments on the comment section, or visit me in my website. It's www.rayado.com. I'm also in Facebook and in Twitter and in Instagram. Links are provided in my channel, so you can get in touch with me in all of those medias, and I look forward in hearing from you. Bye bye!